everything. Fuck that team. Eat that guy. I don't even know this person. Hey, welcome to the One Take podcast, where we only do it in one take because we can't afford it and because only one person is watching anyway. Hey, Bill's mom. Joining me as always is my co-host Calvin Nellis.
All right.
Yep. No, wrong way.
I'm just gonna sit down a bit.
Yeah. Let's yeah. All right. Watch it. I don't know what's on the floor. It's very sticky. Coming to you live from Bill's bedroom. We're gonna break down the preseason rankings. And of course, thank you so much for our main sponsor. And we're back. Anyway, breaking down the rankings from 12 to 1, we really wish we could go lower. Technically, by math, there's only 12 teams, though, so
Hello,
this is what we're left with. Starting off with from worst to first, we're going to go with Brandon Lane. Now, Hurricane, Light Drizzle Lane. Now, here's the thing. You had to start somewhere. Someone had to be last. And Brandon has a lot of pluses. He has a quarterback. He has running backs. He's got receivers, a tight end, kicker, defense. He technically has a full team by legal definition. So technically, he can field a team. So, yeah, big plus for Brandon this year. It's an improvement from last year. We're really excited to see him. So, Brandon,
Super excited. We won't get into the details of last year, what happened, him not showing up, last place, not a big deal.
No, the time he took off his pants.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's back in it.
Yeah.
Team's looking stronger than ever. Really excited for his season.
Yeah, seriously, you have a quarterback. That's great. Really good. Yeah, fielded a full team. And a bench. So moving on to number 11, benevolent commissioner, Jamie Kuznicki. Jamie, went strong. Definitely picked the consensus number 7 pick, Juju. And then it really only got better from there. Jamie has poor choices. Ben Roethlisberger, who is still a quarterback apparently. David Montgomery, not to be confused with Ty Montgomery, who I don't think she even existed until today. And then it just gets better from there. We've got Godwin, we've got Hooper, Emmanuel Sanders, who only tore one Achilles last year. A lot of upside for the commission. We are really excited she's back running this wonderful league. I look forward to being kicked off the whole entire league Matthew Summers. So
yeah, her name, poor choices, very appropriate.
No, I mean sometimes names don't mean a lot, and sometimes
they mean a lot.
Hey, you want to do a sponsor? Or yeah, you want to? So brought to you by Garlic Crisps. Yeah, they're moist.
They're moist and pungent.
I thought that was a fucking bed. Moving on. Gonna go with our main man, our main safety, Thaddeus Grace, coming in at the 10th spot. Now, Thad has some question marks. Starting line, Thad is a rock starting line. But Ezekiel Elliott's not gonna play probably this week. He also has Antonio Brown, who had frostbite, which is not great for Oakland. And then what else? Yeah, what else does that have? Matt Ryan, come on. Derrick Henry had a great start. But a lot of question marks. You're talking DJ Moore, the number 2 receiver, and then Duke Johnson as your flex. I mean, you've got some upside there, Thad, but there's some rough spots. I don't know what to say.
We'll have to see how this spins out in the future.
Yeah.
But has potential right now.
Yep. Then moving on to number 9, we've got the Zerline. Let's pick Zerline. So Dan, you got a great beard. You have a lot of great qualities about you. But just looking at your team to start, starting running back is Pollard from Dallas, which I don't even think you knew existed until today. I know Melvin Gordon might come back, but if he doesn't, then you've got a team that's buoyed by Brandon Cooks, Michael Thomas, Watson. I mean, hey, it's good. It's good. It's a good team. 9 is nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah.
I mean, he's got Chubb. I've got Chubb.
Well, big Chubb.
Looks like you got a little Chubb going on.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Dan, keep on trying. We love you so much. 9, again, is very, very respectable. Which brings us to our second sponsor of the day.
Second sponsor is Bill's Glove. Just wear it.
Just wear it. Can you wear that? Why is it so crusty? That actually really freaked me out. Can you take that off? No, please just stop.
I'm just gonna keep it away.
What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. Number 8. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be the champion from this year. Maybe I had a little too much early morning rosé and then afternoon rosé and then evening rosé and then current rosé and then scotch. I don't know what happened. Maybe I had the garlic crisps. I don't know. Maybe Calvin and I were just rolling around in the bed for a while before. Who knows what happened? But some things happened. Who knows what happened? But some things happened. I don't love that I got Melvin Gordon in the 4th round. I don't love that it was a James Conner and I got Edelman and then my tight end is Jimmy Graham, who, I mean, he was great in World War II. I love Jimmy Graham in World War II. He was the best tight end in World War II. And no one will ever forget that. But when you're just looking at the overall roster,
I mean, you do have some upside though. Let's talk about
OBJ.
Let's talk
Yeah.
Newton. Let's talk. I mean,
Yeah,
Connor did have a little bit downside.
you stopped talking very quickly on the upside.
I'm just trying to pull out a little bit of players because we're getting towards the top of the list.
That's right. That's right. No, there's some. Hey, I see my team as being a high floor, low ceiling kind of team that could sneak into the playoffs and win another championship. But
it's not how you start a season.
Exactly. To do that, Dan, I'm going to need you to trade me your best players like you did Bill last year. Thank you so much. Call me at 410-688-5247. Thank you, Dan. All right, number 7. I'm going to just work that. Sorry. Fuck Bill. Number 7, Tom. My Irish buddy, Tom. The only person who might be more pale than me in the entire league. Tom, 7, middle of the pack. Your team has a lot of greatness at running back. In fact, I think your team might be the greatest at running back. The question is, can such darling receivers as Mike Williams and Cooper Kupp as your primary, and then Samuel as your 3rd best receiver, can that really sustain you for I don't know how many games is in an NFL season, 102 game season? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, same points. He's going to have to either rely heavily on sleepers later in the game or some of the receivers are going to have to pull through big time. But running back game is very strong.
Yeah.
If Carson can stay heavy workload without Penny and or Precise sleeping up or skipping up on him, then it should be a pretty good year for Carson.
Yeah, then that's...
We all know Barkley's going to put obnoxious numbers up.
Yeah, absolutely. And with such a high-powered running quarterback like Eli Manning, Barkley is definitely a surefire number 1 pick. You're not going to regret that at all, for sure. You should not have picked Kamara or McCaffrey. one bit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You are golden. Oh wait, McCaffrey was gone actually. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho, moving on to what we're midway through. Let's just do a sponsor. Anyway, a supporting sponsor for us for years has always been Febreze. Calvin and I, well, at times we smell. Not as much as other people that I don't think we, care to name. Like, that's pretty bad. It's really pungent. I'm sorry. Moving on. So newcomer to the, I don't actually know who this. I think she's new.
Kati.
I think Kati. I think she's new to the league. She comes in number 6. Kati, we are really pumped to have you. I look forward to getting to know you. I've got a place out in Brooklyn. If you want to check that out at any point, we could get together. Just play some categories. I don't know what you're into, but we can talk. But high up, in the sense that you accidentally drafted 2 tight ends and Kittle and Ertz, it actually worked out for you. It's a strong flex. You've got Curly, 2 tight flex, Adams. You've got some strength. The weaknesses might be with Tevin Coleman, who's not even the starter right now, as your second running back. So you could be in trouble, but hey, this is, I've never met you before. I hope to meet you, so I don't want to be too harsh or, nice. I don't know. I feel like 6 is a pretty fair spot.
Being a little forward.
Yeah, it's a too far.
Yeah,
too much.
Yeah.
It's seriously, if you want to come to that place, we can get wings. And it'd be a very close to weapons.
I don't like her. Don't like her QBs.
You don't like her?
I don't like her QBs.
Yeah.
I don't like QBs in general. I do what they're doing.
Well, it's true. You have not drafted a QB, which I want to talk to you about. But went to Mountain Creek as a backup. Honestly, the bench is a little weak, so there's things to look out for. But again, hey, 410-688-5247. My name's Steve. I won the league. And forget about this guy.
And I'm 206-650-6969.
Not his number.
69.
Not his extension. It's literally not his number. Not his number at all. Anyway, moving on to number 5. Hey, Bonesaw over here. What do we like about Calvin's team? What do we like about Calvin in general? What rhetorically I ask these questions. I'm asking for you to fill in.
Yeah, let's hear from the audience. Sounds great.
Yeah,
sounds great.
Great feedback as always. Thank you. We're every year we're recording in front of a live studio audience. A lot of people know this.
A lot of people calling in.
Yeah.
A lot of people viewing. So we appreciate your time.
The lines are hot.
Yeah.
They're always hot.
Lines are real hot.
Yeah. We should get our phone fixed because I'm sure they're hot. Anyway, we got strong receivers to start for Cal. He's got Hopkins, he's got Allen, and then he's got a running back pairing in Johnson and Mack that could be great. A lot of upside in general with White, but still some question marks. So it's a high ceiling team, but he could also totally bottom out and crash and burn, much like our friend Andrew.
It's Baker time.
It's Baker time, baby. So, number 5, Calvin, which brings us to number 4, but first, a word from our sponsor. Oh, wait, no. You can pop that out. Just give him the finger.
No, I got it for.
Oh, I thought you did the finger, yeah.
You want to do this?
Yeah, sure. That's great.
You want to bring up one?
Yeah. Sometimes you can't afford Michael Jordan shoes.
When you're feeling low on life, get high tops.
Oh, man. That's great.
I can cut this out.
No, we can keep it. I don't care. It's one take. Oh man. Alright. Moving on to number 4. We've got our Sarasota, Florida man, the one and only Mike Dexter. Mike, I don't know when you're going to get this message. I don't think you have the internet in Florida, so maybe in 20 years when technology reaches you, you will see this and know that we love you. And I do love that you got a Bell Fournette, Tyreek Hill, and a Robert Woods combo.
And Wilson.
Russell and Russell Wilson. That's a strong start. And you got Ingram at tight end. Mike, there's a lot to like about your team. Obviously, it drops off when you're talking about Kenyon Drake as your flex. I know Miami, Florida, maybe you had to go there. I like Singletary since McCoy's gone. I like that you stretched on Murray as a backup quarterback just in case. There's things to like about your team. You have a Washington football team player for some reason on your bench, but Mike, in general, there's a lot to like about your team. I don't think you're going to blow it this year. And yeah, in 50 years when you get this message, just know that I've got a great life, and I really missed you. So we look forward to seeing your picks mailed in for next week. But yeah, thanks, Mike. Bye. Okay, see you in 50 years.
Stay salty.
I don't even want to fucking say this one. I don't want to fucking say this one.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah. You know this guy?
Oh, fuck that dude.
Andrew's number 3. Number 2. You know, Christy.
Oh,
Christy, I think in a way, you were a 2-time champion. Let me tell you why. Because you won with Steph the first year. And then you really proved how much value you had in year 2 by not being here. That's 2 championships. That's 2 championships in itself. Now, I'm not saying Steph did bad last year. I don't know if drafting Fletcher Cox number 3 made a lot of sense.
But he's not going to say she didn't do it.
No, I'm not going to say she didn't do that. And
he's Kyoto.
Yeah. I'd like to blame you for that. But I've been told you we're in a coma.
Pretty personal.
So maybe we'll cut you a little slack and just look at your current roster, which you've got Johnson, Lindsay, Evans, Cooper, Galladay, Walker. You've got a lot to like. You've got I don't know why you went to Dak Prescott that early, but other than that, I think there is a lot of upside to your team. I'm very pumped for you to play 4 choices in week 1 and see how that matchup goes. Yeah, it should be great. It really should be great.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and then last but not least, and not because we are in a man's bedroom, which for some reason the floor is increasingly sticky and I don't know why.
Sticky, and it smells. It's moist.
It's a lot wetter than I thought it would be. You can't use that word here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We'll cut that out. There's a lot. There's a lot of reasons we don't want to put this number 1. I mean, for one, fuck you, Bill. You're leaving. It's not cool. California, it's a different country, literally. And I hope you hate it and you move back. But in the meantime, your team is not terrible. I mean, Carson Wentz should have been the number 1 pick. Got Kamara 3, you kind of felt he kind of was going to be your pick. And your receivers, there's some question marks with Jacobs and Kelsey, and then there's just a lot of potential to score a lot of points each week. You're going to have some down weeks again. Like I think sometimes Watkins and Jeffrey aren't going to come through, but yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, in general, I don't hate it. So you, my friend, have the curse of being number 1 in the preseason rankings. That's all we've got to start. We're going to spend the next hour and a half of the podcast, They've been Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, tune in. Stay tuned for that. And
Don't we have time for one more sponsor?
did we get another sponsor? Yeah, one more sponsor.
Yeah, I think we got
Oh yeah, one more sponsor.
Check out this short clip we have.
They basically have a cup like this of ranch for a dozen wings.
Okay, that's great. Do we do it again?
What?
Do we do it again? You think it was good?